Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thanks for joining me today. In this video, I'm going to make a cute project and super simple with the Taco Fiesta stamp set that is on page 52 of the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. And since it is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month and I am of Hispanic heritage, I wanted to share a couple of projects this week that are fun and easy to make if you were going to do something for Taco Tuesday or have a Fiesta themed party, and just a little fun using our crafting skills to add to our celebrations. So let's get started. I have some pieces of cardstock and designer paper already cut here. I have a scrap piece that I needed for stamping and cutting out an image. This one, I have two pieces of the current paper from the mini catalog in 2023, and it's the Merry Bold and Bright Designer Series paper. And one side is definitely a Christmas or winter themed, and the other side are these fun, bright colors that are perfect to accompany this stamp set. So I chose this striped pattern we're going to use as a border. And then I have an 8x5 piece of basic white and a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Poppy Parade. So when you're creating projects or decor for a fiesta, you want bright colors and mix of all colors. And so that's what I've tried to do here today. So let me show you what we're going to do. I thought it would be great to have a menu board that you could use over and over again. So this is what I have designed, and my thought is that you could laminate it and use a dry erase marker to write your menu or any kind of welcome message that you want to put up on an easel, and it would be so cute decorated with the stamps from this stamp set. So first of all, I'm going to take these two 1/2 inch strips cut at 8 inches long, and we're going to make a border on this piece of 8x5 basic white. So it's super simple, and I'm just going to line them up about 1/4 inch from the edge, okay? So I want to show you something here. Here, you know, the colors are exactly the same going all the way down. I want to switch it up. I don't want it to be matchy-matchy, okay? So I'm going to flip that around, and it just gives it a little more interest and varies the colors. They're not the same going across each other there. So let me take some liquid glue. You can see those little Christmas trees on the back there. And I'm just going to go down the center there and try to go all the way to the top and bottom. It's a narrow piece, so it's hard to flip over. And I'm just going to put it up here at the top, line it up, going all the way down. Trying to keep this border as straight as I can. And there we go. And if you have a little bit hanging off the edge, we can trim that off later, okay? All right, let's take this piece and do the same thing. And just line it up. The liquid glue gives you some wiggle room. I'm going to come a little farther over because that's what I did on the other side. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give that a good press. Wipe my hands a little bit from the glue. Then I'm going to turn this over and give it a snip. And then another snip right here. Okay. Oh, I ended up putting it matchy-matchy anyway, didn't I? That's okay. That's all right. I'll show you my original one that is not matchy-matchy, okay? All right, so now, then we'll put that at the top there. Now we're going to do some stamping up here at the top. And so I've decided to use the taco and the jalapeno pepper, okay? So I have another image that I'm going to glue in the middle, and I wanted them to be able to overlap, so that's why I fussy cut it out. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to get a mat to put underneath here since I have a photopolymer stamp. Give it some cushion. And I'm using Memento Black ink so that I can color with my alcohol markers the Stampin' blends. So I'm going to stamp this taco right here. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and stamp my jalapeno pepper. And I'm going to put him over here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and color these guys. But first, let's put a face on them. So I have my little block here, and I've got 3 little faces all stuck on over the block. And I'm going to use the first one here. And what I do is I'll hold the other little pieces in my hand, but I stick them to the block so I don't lose them. All right, so here's the little face on the jalapeno pepper. And then I'm gonna pull that off and hold it while I stamp the senor with the mustache. So I mentioned I'm of Hispanic heritage, and both sets of my grandparents immigrated from Mexico in the 20s, late 20s, early 30s, and got a job here in Southeast Texas at the local refineries. And so anyway, that's how I'm here, and super proud of my heritage, and I'm just excited to share this with you. So, okay, so now I have that. I'm going to color these guys. So for the taco shell, before, you could use either So Saffron, which is one of our retired colors, or the light lemon lolly does well for the taco shell. If you try to use a brown like crumb cake, it's just too dark. It doesn't look like a taco shell. So I have found that these light yellows work best. And so it's super simple coloring. Just putting that in there. That. Okay. Then for I have a Parakeet Party and Poppy Parade. These are both the dark shades, I believe. Yes. And I'm going to do the lettuce and the tomatoes. I'm going to use a bullet tip for these. And the lettuce is like the curly looking pieces up here. Or it's what I call the lettuce anyway. And then I'm gonna do this too because I want some lettuce down here on the bottom. Love these colors together. Okay, and I'm using Poppy Parade for the red tomatoes. Okay, now I'm gonna come over here to this guy, and I'm gonna color him in Poppy Parade. And I'm using the brush tip so I can kind of go around this curve here very easily. And up in here. And then bring it on down. Then just fill that in. You can color over the eyes. That black memento won't budge. Then again, I'm going to use the Parakeet Party, and I'm using the bullet tip because it's such a small area up here to do the top. Okay, pretty cute, huh? All right, so now I've already stamped and fussy cut the cactus and the sombrero. I used Parakeet Party, Blueberry Bushel, Poppy Parade, and Pecan Pie for the top. And I'm going to put this guy right here. So see, if I had pulled these borders in a little closer, then, you know, this guy could have gone over top of this one. You could also mask it off, but I just found it easier to go ahead and cut this little guy out. And going to place him really cute right there in the center. Okay, I see a little piece here that's not colored, so I'm going to take my marker, fill that in, and then I'll get some liquid glue and place him on here. So you see, this is a super simple project, but how fun is that to be able to use your crafting supplies for your decor or for your parties, you know? I love to do that. So these, I'm going to end up having 2 of these, and so I'm sure I'm going to give them both to my daughters after they're laminated so that they can use them. They have guests all the time. All right, so then I want to do one more thing. I wanted to write the spectacular sentiment up here. And I'm just going to angle that right here. And now, to make it really pop, I'm going to put it on this 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Poppy Parade. And look at that. Look how fun that is. And so simple. So I hope that this is something you could use. And if you had different themed parties or dinner events, you could use whatever stamps you have to coordinate with that. Okay. So let me center that side to side and top to bottom. And then at this point, you could either buy the sticky laminated sheets that you can put on the front and the back, and then use a dry erase marker to write on it and use it over and over. Or if you wanted to, you could make one every time, but this would save you some time. And here's the other one. To see how I didn't do the matchy-matchy? So they both look fine. It's just that I like the fun, frivolous part of it like that with the colors not matching. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a fiesta kind of day, and I will see you again soon. I'm going to try to be back this soon with another cute little project that could be like a little table favor. And so stay tuned for that. And so be sure and like and subscribe this video if you're watching it on YouTube. I appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.